Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy, coming to you with another video on a Monday morning. We're going to talk a little bit about eBay sales. We're going to talk about a couple other things, maybe a little bit of this, maybe a little of that. I don't know. It's going to be a quick video. You're going to want to watch it. Let's get going. All right, as it's Monday, Bills football tonight versus Jacksonville. Go Bills. Hopefully we pull out another win and go 3-0. Be a good start to the season. So looking forward to that. I'm out here in Arizona, so the game starts kind of early. I think at like 4:30, 4:45. I don't know. It's something like that. So early start to that. Looking forward to watching the game. Sales this weekend, eBay, it was all right. It was all right. I think I sold about 60 items. You're saying, Mike, if you sold 60 items, it was a fantastic weekend. Now, again, I'm never complaining about sales on eBay. About $600. So it's down a little bit from the last couple of weekends. A few weeks ago, if you saw my videos, I was all excited because I had one video where I did 90 sales and I had another video where I had a 100 sale weekend. And it's kind of backed off these past few. I think last weekend was right around the 60-ish orders. Again, maybe it was 70. I don't remember the exact number. Now we're down to 60 today. What's weird is my eBay listings are actually still getting higher. Now, I'm not getting the crazy amounts of items that I was listing out. When I first started adding all these sports cards to my inventory, I was doing 200 to 500 cards a day and got my inventory from like 1,300 up to 5,000 pretty quick. And that's when I was having those big sales weekends. And now I'm pushing 9,000 items in my eBay store. A lot of cheaper cards. And so that's why the dollar amount, even though I sold 60 items, isn't crazy. It's still a $10 average per sale with everything else included in there, thankfully. But yeah, the amount of inventory that I have to list, we got all the good stuff listed first, and now we're just down to okay cards. A lot of cards that are $1 and $2. So yeah, we still want to get that inventory up to that 10,000 limit, because I think that's the number of items that I can put in my eBay store before you have to go up to the next level. So it's still got room to get some cards in there, and I plan on doing that this week. I'm hoping to get close to that 10,000 item number by the end of the week. So we'll see if it happens. We'll see. Well, you know, stuff happens and comes up and messes up my schedule, but that's the goal this week. But yeah, so in this video, I'm going to show you the items that sold. We're like the thrifted and collectible type items. And then, of course, you got to go over to my That Card Guy channel. That one usually comes out later in the day, because what I do is I try to get all the inventory that I'm going to show you packed up and shipped, or at least boxed up and done. And then I get onto the card part, because that stuff doesn't take too long, as long as I don't get distracted with watching videos and stuff like that. Because if I'm watching videos as I'm packing, it definitely takes a lot longer. So a lot of times I like to put either music on, maybe just a podcast that I'm going to listen to and not watch, because then I can just get all the cards listed, because I got quite a few cards. I'll show you the little card pile I got going back here. So we got this stack here. We got a good little stack here. And then a couple other orders as well. But again, to see those cards, go over to That Card Guy channel. Again, that one comes out usually Arizona time. I try to get it out one-ish. Just when I look at my analytics page for that channel, it shows that's when the most people are on Mondays. So I think what happens is people go into work Monday morning, they putz around in the morning, get their Monday morning stuff done, get through their inbox, do what they need to do Monday morning, and they have lunch maybe, and then they start watching videos. Or maybe it's because people get off work and go home and watch videos. I don't know. I'm just trying to guess what the heck people are doing and talk a little bit and fill up a little bit of time on this video. So yeah, we're going to talk about the sales here. Let's go ahead and get into it first. I'm going to do the one that's on the ground first, because those are the ones that I always forget. If I say, hey, here's the stuff that's sold, and then I finish the video and I look over and there's 3 things sitting on the ground that I never showed you. And those might be the important things. I don't know if they are or not, but this one's definitely the heaviest item today. Get back here. Boom, got 2 of these. These are vintage bun head dumbbells. Pair 2 of them. I think this is, I don't know if I've ever found anything over 10 pounds. Usually most of them that I find are 3 and 5 pound, but these are 10, because you got the 10 right there. It's hard to hold these out straight, and you can see that BFCO on there. So Weeder seems to, I think, do the best if you find the Weeder brand, but at least this one happened BFCO. There's a brand on there. There's a lot of unbranded ones, and they don't seem to be as collected, because either maybe do people collect these? Is that what they're doing? Or do people actually still like working out with these older bun head dumbbells? Because they're just weights, so you can use them just as well as the ones that you go down to your sports store. I was going to say Sports Authority, but they're not around anymore. The ones that you go to Target or Walmart and get. But I think these sold for $30. $30 for the pair of them. Now, I did pay up a little bit. I think I paid like $6 a piece for them. They weren't super cheap. Most of the stores out here have been pricing up their weights when they get in. If they get in like the newer, the Hex dumbbells, they're putting them at least $1 a pound, which is close to what you're paying at the regular stores to get them. So why would you go to the thrift store, pay the same price as brand new ones at the retail? I don't know, but that's what the stores are doing, and they seem to be moving them. So I don't know. I'm just rambling on. So $30 for this pair of. All right, get my morning workout. All right, that's it. That's it for that sale. $30, good start. Actually, those sold overnight, so that was the most recent thrifted sale. Now, I'm going to show you one that wasn't thrifted. It was in a collection that I bought, but it's a card set. It's not just the single card, so I'll show you. And it's just because it's kind of unique, I want to share this one with you. So this is a 1996 Topps baseball set, and they started doing a lot of Mickey Mantle cards with Topps. I think that might have been the year that Topps got the license for Mickey Mantle to start reprinting his cards and current stuff. This one's a little weird because it looks like 4 boxes of cereal. You know, like when you used to go get those mini boxes of cereal at the grocery store. We used to always use those when we would go camping. That was the thing that they always took. They always got those mini boxes of cereal, and there was nothing in it. You pour that thing out, and it's like 2 spoonfuls of cereal. Even as a kid, I was like, I need like 6 of these boxes. Anyway, so yeah, you got a few different Mickey Mantle poses on each of those boxes. It looks really cool. You'd think it's really expensive, but no. $35, $35 for that set in this little container. I put the checklist on, like the size of the boxes. But I just thought, yeah, I'd show that to you, even though it's cards, just because it's kind of neat. Oh, yeah. I did sell 2 items on Amazon as well. I'm going to show you those as well. I haven't been doing a whole lot on Amazon. I probably have 20 items on Amazon, and probably 15 of those are items that have been in that store forever and just haven't sold. So either I need to pull them or donate them or do something. But I did have 2 sales over the weekend, so that's exciting. I don't know, but it's something. All right, next up, I sold the frog, but I sold this frog. I think this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Frog Zord, something like that. Bought a big old bag. I mean, it was like a big old bag that had a bunch of stuff from Power Rangers. There was a couple other things in there as well, but mainly Power Rangers. He's not worth a whole lot. $10. $10 plus shipping for that guy. So there's a way to fold them down. See, like you can fold them because I'm not going to call them transformers, but they kind of transform. So it make it a little bit easier when I can ship it like that. Can get it into probably like an 866 box versus when he's all longer and need a bigger box. What's Mike drinking this morning? I grabbed a Monster this morning. I usually don't like to grab these first thing in the morning, but I feel like I needed it. Yeah, that's good. All right, next sales. The next 2 sales were, I'm thankful for them because without these, it would have been kind of a miserable weekend. This first one was $50. Now I had it at my store. I think I had it originally at my store for like 100, dropped it down to 80. Someone sent me an offer for 50 this weekend. I went ahead and took it. It's a championship trophy. Now it's just a replica, but this is for the Phoenix Mercury. I don't know. All you're gonna see is glare, and that's what I don't like about nice shiny stuff like this. And when I'm taking the pictures, all I see is my reflection. Like if you look here, you can see the camera reflection in there. So I'm taking pictures, and all I'm seeing is me. And I know there's a way to do it where you position yourself properly or something. You can get it without all that glare, but yeah, I think I'm curious in the pop-up if you'll see my picture along with in the trophy. I can't remember. I've had it in my store for probably at least 6 months or so. So yeah, this is from a 2009 little stadium giveaway, probably after they won the championship. But kind of cool. Not a lot of them out there on eBay. You got a little WNBA etched logo in there, and obviously there's been a little more interest in WNBA items with Caitlin Clark and all that going on this year. So good for them. I'm happy that there's a little more interest, and if it helps get me some sales too, that makes it even better. But this one here, this was a shocker when I got it. I had no clue that this was going to be worth as much as it was because of the player name. It's not a big name star. You'll see in a second. Gotta tell the lead up story first. I bought a collection that had a bunch of Dallas Cowboys McFarlanes and other figures, and a lot of players from the mid to late 90s. And this was one of them. Miles Austin. a lot of you going, I have no clue Miles Austin. Now, the players that had in there that you probably would know, it had some Emmitt Smith, had some Tony Romo. I think it had Troy Aikman in there, and a few players like Miles Austin. I just figured that they were super cheap, that I was going to sell these for like $10. But of course, you got to research everything first. Don't just throw it out in your booth, because you never know when something's rare or short printed or a variant. And that's what this one is here. So they did a bunch of different uniform variations. So some of them had just all blue, and this one is the retro logo or retro uniforms because it has like the white shoulder pads with the stars on them. So it made it a little more rare. And one thing that they started doing with McFarlane, I'll try to show it to you as well, they individually serial numbered them out of this, individually serial numbered them on the side. And this one, 250. Now, for a figure made by McFarlane, that is pretty darn rare. So I got $100 for this. Got $100 for Miles Austin. Never would have known, but even with it, with a little bit of a bent thing there, and maybe there's a way you can fix that. Described all that in the listing. Put pictures that you can see it, put it in the description, all that, so they know. But Miles Austin, thank you for that $100 bill. Okay, now I did say that I sold a couple items on Amazon. Now, they're not super expensive, but they're sales. They're sales, and they've been in my store for a little while too, so happy to get them sold. I think I've lowered the prices a little bit on them. A week or two ago, I went through my list and just dropped a bunch of the prices on stuff that have been there for a while. So for some here, I hope they realize what they're getting on this, because this is a CD-based game like this, and I hope they're not thinking that they're getting a board game that their kids are playing. I'll let you know in the future if I get a return on this because they think they're getting a game, because it's called Rugrats Adventure Game. And in the picture, it looks like this. Now, you have to go down in the description that you can see that it says for PC or Mac. Again, that's what it looks like inside. Show you the back. I just thought this was really cool. Anything Rugrats, I'm always looking to pick it up. And pick this up for just a $1 or $2 at a thrift store. It sold for $15 plus shipping on Amazon. So hope it doesn't come back as a return. Hope person knew what they were buying. This next one here, I used to call that cry cut, because if you look at it, it looks like cry cut, but it's cricket. It has little ears or antenna on the C. That helps out. I think one of you one time corrected me because I was saying cry cut all the time. And this is brand new sealed. That was pretty good. Some of these can be really, really valuable. I've sold some of these up to like $100 before. This one, not quite as much. I think this one was, let me double check. I got my couple little invoices here. Let's see, it was $14.99 for Nickelodeon, and yeah, $20. $20 for that cry cut cricket cartridge. So I don't remember what I paid for this. This one's been in the store for a little bit. I had found a couple that day. This one took a little bit longer to sell. This one's just called Extreme Fonts. So you got a bunch of different fonts that you can do on your cricket machine. But so yeah, we got $35 off of Amazon. That's crazy. Anytime that I'm selling anything off of Amazon, it's kind of exciting these days, because I'll get that little chirp or a little text that says that I got a sale. I think I sold one item last month on Amazon for it was like a $60 item. Actually, it was a Masterpiece board game. That one actually sold not too long ago. So one of the few things I still list over there. All right, usually I'd like to show you some of the things that I've picked up that I've thrifted recently, but today I'm going to show you one item that I got from my collection. I got this cute Groot plush. Now, I usually don't add plush to my Groot collection. A lot of you know, a lot of you've seen here, we'll see there. We got my big collection of Groot up there, as well as a few other things. I collect Groot and Rocket, both from Guardians of the Galaxies. But I thought that was kind of cute, add it to my collection. Now, I also have some pretty ugly, so let's go over here real quick. So along with the cute, sometimes I like collecting the stuff that's kind of ugly. Like, I think this is like a little drink thing. Got a little hole in the middle, so you can do drink. Maybe they sold that at Disneyland or somewhere. And then this one, very similar, is a popcorn bucket. There's a pen in here. Actually, my daughter bought me this from Disney World when she went there earlier this year. She bought me that little Groot pen, so I didn't really have a spot to get him, so I threw him in there. And yeah, so that's all my Groot stuff. Yeah, I know that's what you wanted to see when you were waking up this morning. You said, I hope Mike shows me his Groot collection. I know, I'm a 57-year-old man that collects stuff of a tree, a talking tree, whatever he is. I don't care. It's my collection. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got a lot of work to do today and get it all done. So I hope you have a great week. Just say hi down in the comments. I always appreciate those of you that do take that extra time to say hi and all of that. So that's it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.